Hello sailors, this is the Dodgykebaab and you are watching a video about my thoughts of World of Warcraft Classic. So we are very close to the release of Warcraft Classic and some of you want to know if I'm going to play it, what realm I'm going to play on and what I think of Classic as a whole. So to answer those questions very quickly, yes, Hydraxian Waterlords and meh.
Hold on, are you not actually excited for Classic?
I realise everyone is practically wanking themselves stupid over this game right now and I'm happy for them, I really am. They're getting the game they've waited years for and it's great they can finally play it. People are buzzing with excitement and that's what video games should all be about. But I'm sorry, I'm not on board the hype train for the reasons that I'll give in a minute. But let's just back up a moment. I can confirm I've reserved my character names for Warcraft Classic. And here they are. Actually, here they are. But yes, I will be there with many of you at launch day to play Warcraft Classic. Let's be honest, it would be a bit weird if I didn't do any sort of video on it, so that's my plan. I'm not sure exactly what sort of video it will be yet, but it will be something. The server I'm rolling on is the RP server Hydraxian Waterlords. The one thing I really missed in all the years of private servers is a proper place to RP. Almost every server has either no RP or is just naked gold shear nonsense. The only exception is Turtle Well. It's still small and does have actual quality RP. Its small size though means it's not like the golden days of 2007 Earth and Ring EU where you could just walk down the street in Stormwind and suddenly be swept up into an RP event and meet great new friends almost every night of the week. For me, this is what I'm looking for in Warcraft Classic. It's not raiding, it's not exploring the world, it's not levelling a character up to 60, it's proper vanilla RP. For me, RP died in retail once the Panda Inn came into existence. Worgen had already put a strain on RP, but fucking pandas was a total joke. To go back to Warcraft with the stupid elements removed and be able to enter a true RP realm again is what I'm looking to experience with Warcraft Classic. In a perfect world, I would be just as excited as everybody else about finally being able to return home. But I am very cynical, and here are the reasons I'm not on the hype train, despite on the face of things Blizzard are offering me just what I want. First of all, it's a problem that affects RPers far more than it affects people just looking to level and do endgame content, and that's layering. For normal players, layering is a pain in the neck. People appearing and disappearing before their very eyes as they walk between layers because their friends or a group are on a different layer. I get it. Most people don't want it, but they'll put up with it if it means a smooth launch and Blizzard not having to create realms that will be dead in 6 months. For RPers though, this isn't just inconvenient, this is a complete disaster. Proper organised RP works because different guilds get together and plan events in advance. Dates, times, locations and a basic story frame is discussed and planned. You can have different members of different guilds turning up to a location only to find they are spread across different layers and can't even see each other. So now you have to communicate with members from maybe 3 or 4 different guilds all to join one raid group so you can all be on the same layer. Oh yeah, I see that being nice and easy and definitely not adding loads of messing around just to get an RP event started. Then you've just changed layers to get into this RP event. So all those people who you were just RPing with can't just walk up and join in. No, they're on a different layer now and have no idea the event is even going on. Then what about large scale RP events? When you have 20 or so members from 4 different guilds, you're fucking stuffed. You can't get that many people into one raid group, so then you have to juggle people around different layers just to get everyone in the same place at the same time on the same layer. I can see it being a total mess. Then there's an issue with the amount of EU RP servers. A grand total of 1 RP server for the whole of the EU. France, Germany, Russia don't actually get one in their language. There is only one and it's in the English tab. So I guess we'll just have to put up with all the non-English speakers and fucking like it. So we'll either have French, German all going on at the same time, or people trying their hardest to join in with the English RP in their hard to understand broken English speak, because these guys, they don't have anywhere else to go. So every different language will have to bundle into Hydraxian Waterlords. Then guess what? We're back to where we were with private servers again. Now I suppose the counter argument to this is that layering is only supposed to be in for phase 1, then the layers get merged together. So when phase 2 starts, we'll have one cohesive realm with everyone being able to see each other and no more layer jumping. That's all fine and dandy, but will it be too late by that point? Will people who are serious about RP given up? Time will tell, but layering is supposed to help create a smooth launch by eliminating queues and hardware stress. It can scale with a population size and really help Blizzard manage the realm structure. But for RPers, layering creates the total opposite of what it's meant to achieve. It creates a total mess and huge amounts of uncertainty. It could totally kill the RP community before phase 2 even begins. Perhaps I've got layering all wrong, and feel free to let me know in the comments if I have, but from what I've read, this is what I've taken away from that. So that is a big part of why I'm really not hyped up for Classic, but there is another reason too, and that's who's behind the game. Vanilla World of Warcraft was made by a company gamers respected. Sure, they were a business out to make a profit, but Blizzard made a profit by creating incredible games. They were a talented studio who made money because gamers trusted Blizzard to make a good product. Activision Blizzard is not that company. Bobby Kotick is the CEO now, and let's just remind ourselves on a few of his quotes on what sort of guy he is.
Long-term focus and commitment to providing superior returns to our shareholders. Why don't we start with the Vivendi Games businesses? There were a lot of different projects and businesses that we identified as not likely to achieve the profit margin potential that we look for. There will continue to be opportunities for us to exploit the PC platform in ways that we haven't yet. And Tony, you know, if it was left to me, I would raise the prices even.
Scum. Subhuman scum.
This is the man who fired 800 Activision Blizzard staff within the same month as posting the highest ever revenue figures his company had ever posted. This is a man who insists that every single game the company releases has extra monetization streams, be it microtransactions, loot boxes, paid services or DLC. If games don't make enough money to satisfy investors, or Bobby just feels that they could be earning more, then monetization is added. If you think for one moment that Bobby Kotick is going to leave Warcraft Classic alone because he wants to leave it pure for the gamers, then you are hugely misguided. If this guy doesn't force a mount and pet store into the game within the first 12 months, then I'll take it all back. But that's not going to happen. If Warcraft Classic does indeed get super popular, then I dread to think of the amount of microtransactions that he'll get added into the game. Outside of the World of Warcraft fanbase, Activision Blizzard is a company that is utterly hated by gamers. Only EA can rival them on the sheer amount of disgust and contempt gamers have for them. I do not trust Activision Blizzard to make decisions about the game that will benefit gamers more than their shareholders.
Strong stuff, but he's right.
But you know what? I hope I'm wrong. I hope all these fears are for nothing and Warcraft Classic is everything everyone wants it to be. I don't want this to fail. I want this to succeed. I want this to act as a lesson to the studio that making the games more casual and dumbing it down to the state that BFA is in now is the wrong thing to do. I want Classic to be the shining example and a reminder of how MMOs should be done, because that is better for everyone. That way we'll win.